Hey, what's going on guys, it's your boy Kid here, and today I have a little Call of Duty Black Ops gameplay here. I just wanted to give you guys kind of a little tip. I've been kind of recently noticing in a lot of people's build guides, probably my own as well, in PC build guides, is if you haven't noticed, a lot of people only spend around 50, 60, 70, sometimes even cheaper on their motherboard. Now, if you didn't know, a motherboard is very, very important to your computer. It's almost like the body while the CPU is the brain. Now, if the brain is, let's say, a more active person, and your body, let's say, is a more nerdy person, obviously those aren't going to go well together. Now, obviously, in a human's world, it's totally fine, but I'm talking PC parts here. They really don't work together very well. You're obviously going to want a beefy CPU and a beefy motherboard. Yes, you can have a beefy CPU and a shitty motherboard, but obviously it's ideal to have both of the same class. Then you're obviously going to want an active runner type of motherboard, if you get what I'm saying here. You know, you want something to match with it, because a lot of these people are saying like, oh, you can buy this $50, $60 motherboard, and later down in the line, if you really want to, you can upgrade to, let's say, like a Core i7. Now, yes, this is completely feasible, and yeah, it's totally logical, but personally, I don't really think that you should do that. What you really should do is, I understand if you're making a budget build and you can't afford it, that's totally cool. I used to be like that too, and I totally understand that. Some people don't have all the money in the world to spend. But personally, if I was to build a PC, like I have plenty of times, but my personal PC that I want to last for a while, I'm going to buy the motherboard that's going to last me the longest and have the most features and be the best motherboard I can find or close to it. So that's why I bought the 990FX Sabertooth. So what I recommend is definitely don't cheap out on your motherboard. Your motherboard is going to be with you for a long time. You can't just switch it out whenever you want, because when you do, you have to reinstall Windows and everything. So it's definitely one of those components that once you have it, unless you want to go through that pain in the ass process of backing up and pretty much restoring your computer. So I would definitely suggest save some money for a good motherboard. If you're a budget gamer, that's totally fine. Maybe spend like $100 on a good AMD board. It really depends. It's up to you. That's kind of the issue of AMD and Intel. Intel boards are pretty expensive, but absolutely, I definitely suggest saving some money for the motherboard. Get a decent motherboard. It's going to be with you for a while, like I said before, and you're going to want it to last. And, you know, who knows? Maybe you're going to go SLI later down the line, or maybe you're going to upgrade to, I don't know, 64 gigs of RAM for whatever reason, or you're going to have like this ginormous card or whatever, something with a PCI lane. So you're just going to kind of want to be future proof if you're like me. That's why with my board I have around 3 SLI lanes. I'm probably never going to use SLI considering I have a 980 Ti, but hey, I have them just in case. You never know. Even if I don't use them for SLI, I can always use them for PCI cards or SSD or whatever. But that's it, guys. That's just kind of my little tip. You don't have to follow this tip. It's just something I thought of. If you want to think otherwise, that's fine. It's up to you. Yeah, from my personal experience, definitely buy a motherboard that's going to last you a while and is something you're going to be able to upgrade your things in the future. Because I made that mistake of buying an Asus board, a like $50 one way back for my AMD build, and it really didn't last me long. I did do the mistake of like burning it out kind of with the CPU plug, but you know, it didn't even have that many features or anything, so I really couldn't upgrade it in the future. So I just decided to go with close to a $200 board, and you know, it's gonna last me a while, and it's gonna give me much better upgrade ability and all this other stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Adios.
That's your breaking point!